Hey guys, welcome back again. What we're going to do today is an inspection and unboxing of a 24 kW here at our shop. Let's get right into it. Let's tear this puppy apart. So first thing, you just got to get this cardboard off here. Be real careful. There are staples all around it. What I like to do, rather than just end up with a big folded up cardboard box, I kind of like to cut off each piece. Watch your fingers. These also work great when you're working in a customer's yard. Lay them down, put the dirt on it. Spots get muddy, keep concrete clean. Many uses for the cardboard.
Oh yeah.
This is your tag. It's got all your info on it. You can also find it inside the generator, but I like to cut these off and just set them aside. There's the hammer. You want to do the honors? Oh, hold on a second.
What's up?
You need your gloves.
Gloves. Oh,
Safety first here at Gentex Elite Services.
Right.
Always. You want to go home with 10. Just the way you arrive.
And don't go home with 9.5.
This is called a beauty ring.
The love handles.
What these do is they go around the base. You have a black base, you'll be able to see when we get it off, but just covers that up. Makes it a little more appealing to the eye.
Got a pair of keys for your unit. Lock it if you need be.
Let me grab my gloves.
Hey, who got you those gloves? Come on now.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Props to Mr. Ryan here, supplying.
Mr. Ryan, that sounds kind of nice.
Mr. Ryan.
All right, you ready? So the easiest way to do this that I found, one, just go around. And take it away. And then very carefully, because there's sharp staples. There you go.
Oh, wait. Now.
Yes, do the honors. Beautiful.
Smells like metal.
One of the things that's forgotten about is this. I like to take this off right away. Now, I'm gonna put it back because technically nobody's purchased it yet. And it's kind of a special thing, you know? Kind of like taking the plastic off your phone, but if you leave that on there, it gets sun damaged, dry rotted, and you cannot get it off, and it looks absolutely horrible. So remember, always take that off. Inside, you'll see it's nice and shiny and new. Everything is brand new. So what you want to do is you want to immediately inspect for any oil that may be dripping. Sometimes you'll get some hoses here that are just loose. Those don't move at all. Your oil filter, you want to make sure that you can't spin it. Is it snug? Yes, it's snug. And this, let's see. It spun a little bit. Now after you start this up a little bit, let it run for, your startup process, however long that takes. Put another spin on it because it's gonna take a little more. This can vibrate loose if you leave it loose and don't check that, and then oil will go all over the generator. We've seen it, and we don't want it to happen to you. Here's your oil drain. Right down here, you want to make sure you can't move this barb or this little 90-degree fitting where the drain line comes out of the engine. Sometimes things leak from there. Here's your oil cooler. Let's take this side off. Okay. Open up the side panel. There you'll find a few other important pieces. First thing is the flex line. That's for your gas. You're gonna wanna set that right here to the back or give it to your plumber. He'll know what to do with it. The other is this bag. This bag contains your Wi-Fi information, installation guidelines, and your owner's manual. Very important. And here's your limited 5-year warranty. Comes standard on all Generac home standby generators. Now, if I had $1 for every time I've been to a generator and seen these just laying in here like that, that just tells me that the people that touched your generator did not know what they were doing. These go on the beauty ring, and we're gonna show you how these are installed. The round pieces go on the end. We're not gonna unbolt this because we're gonna keep it on the crate. But when you take these brackets out, that's where these go. And when these are off, you'll be able to stick those in there. And see how it covers up that black base? Then your long pieces go on the front and back, and the other round piece goes on the end. Battery connections, this is where your battery goes. Make sure it's a 26R. Now here, you will notice your fuel lines. Where your gas line comes in the back right there, goes down, and this is your fuel plenum, your internal regulator. You kind of want to make sure that, you know, those are pretty secure and not kinked. They look pretty straight. I don't feel any flat spots. Bolted down good to go. The other thing, it's real important in here. And this is where your control wires hook up. And you want to make sure that these stickers are in the right spot. Here you have 23, 194, and 0, white, red, and black. You want to make sure that the stickers match. We've gotten some where these have been flopped. Again, it's just something to look out for. It's not an issue unless you don't check.
Let's take a good look.
Get you a rag. Always check the oil level. Trust but verify.
Just right at about full. We'll double check just to be sure.
Stick it in.
On a new install like this, when we do get it installed, you'll get about 25 hours of use out of it. 25 good run hours of the oil before you're really gonna need yourself an oil change. Yeah, this unit's gonna run you good. Check your hoses. You don't want your hoses down here spinning. Just spinning just a little bit. But some of these hoses will come installed and the clamps will be loose. And over time, these hoses will loosen and oil will drip out of them.
Now this is kind of more for installers. Anybody installing these, you're gonna be in here. You won't have to go in here to hook it up and make it work, but this is definitely something that you should check. You wanna make sure that all these ground wires are tight. Make sure none of these ring terminals twist or spin, and these are all tight and all the grounds are on. Every now and then you'll get some where they're all loose, or a couple are loose.
Hey Aaron,
Hey, Johnny.
Be a problem if one of these bolts or one of these bars is loose? What do you think can happen with these bars in electricity?
Well, sometimes you'll get an error code that's hard to really track down because it sometimes will do it, sometimes it won't. And it could definitely be an issue, or it could definitely be a result of loose grounds.
Okay.
The starter's in the back. I don't know if you can get a shot of that, but there's your connections there. You just want to make sure all these wires are tight, pressed in, and everything's where it needs to go and nothing's loose. Loose wires on the starter will cause it to not start. So in my opinion, this one's ready to be installed. Everything checked out good. Everything looks tight. Nothing looks dented up. Nothing looks shifted like it was dropped or damaged in freight. And I give it my stamp of approval. The other thing, get this thing out of here. Get this thing right out of here.
Amen, bro.
Let me take this off so you can get a better view. This is your air box, by the way.
Take a whiff.
Smells great. Better view, this is how you select your fuel. And it says right here, that's how you select it. The problem is, people just do this. Now, you see that fell. Now that fell. Now, what that can cause is an issue with your power. If that gets caught in the fan, in the brushes, the slip ring, down in the engine and gets hung up on something, this can cause an issue. But back to this, it's very simple just to go to propane. If you want to switch to propane, you turn that there, natural gas, bam. I'll throw you a bone. If it's ever having a hard time running or starting, pull that out and inspect those grommets. You want to make sure you can see through them. Every now and then you'll get one that's bent over or obstructed, got some of this grease in it. This one looks nice and clear. So again, this one gets my stamp of approval and should be no issues on that. We're gonna slide it back in, put this in the trash. Don't leave this, don't leave any stickers. You know, I don't wanna see, you know, your candy wrappers and stuff left in here.
Here's the thing that I'd be telling the homeowner. I'd be saying, hey, every once in a while, this thing should be running by itself. You should never have to mess around with this thing, but every once in a while, come around and take a look at this light. If this light's green, you're good to go. 99 out of 100 times it's gonna be green. If this light's red, you're not good to go. Give us a call, we'll figure it out. If it's green and yellow, probably needs maintenance. Again, give us a call, we'll figure it out.
That's one of the benefits of choosing an authorized dealer like us.
Yeah.
When we're on site, we can diagnose and fix a problem that, you know, got past us here.
Yeah.
Because, you know, things do happen when you crank it and you actually see it run. That's where an issue may, you know, show itself. But usually we're able to, you know, fix it on site, and we don't have to call an authorized dealer because we are an authorized dealer.
Yeah.
That's kind of why you go that route and not just get your brother-in-law to hook it up because he thinks he knows how. Now back to the fuel lines. These do come from the fuel lines as well. They come back and forth from the internal fuel regulator to the stepper motor or the air mixer that I showed you. If these lines are too long, you see how they're kind of ovaled right here. They can be even worse than that, which will even flatten them or pinch them so tight to where they can't let gas get to the mixer. So that's another thing to check for. If you feel like that's too kinked, you know, again, you're gonna have starting and running issues because it's starving for fuel. So something to keep an eye on there. All right, guys, well, if you found this video useful, please like and subscribe to the channel. You know, here we talk about generators, electrical work, anything blue collar, construction, tools, and just life in general. So please like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. We'd love to have you back.